Welcome back to Backyard Gardening with Mr. Imhoff. So today our lesson is going to be thinning out our plants. So right now, if you look, I have 3 different pepper plants and I have 3 different tomato plants. So the idea about thinning the plants out, and the reason why we do that is when we thin them out, it lets the one plant that we have left grow and expand, so it's not fighting over the nutrients in the soil. So that's our plan today, is to cut back on our plants, and we're going to pick just one. Alright? So for this, you're going to need your plants and a pair of scissors. Alright, so what we're going to do when we're thinning out plants is we're going to examine the plants that we have and see which ones that we want, which one we want to keep, and which ones that we want to cut back so the last one will survive. So if we look at our tomato plants here, we got these 2 up here, and they're pretty big. But if you notice, they're kind of growing off to the side, and they're not really looking very stable. Now we have this back one here, which is growing straight up, and it looks to be in a lot better health with minimal damage to any of the leaves. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take our scissors and come in here, right here at the base, and just snip. Okay? And that's it. Now, you don't have to cut them off. I do, because I have a whole bunch of tomato seeds that I can go through and use. And I've got 8 or 9 more tomato plants growing. But if you want to transplant them, what you can do is you can come in here and you can slowly start to pull the one stalk out. Like, see how I'm doing? Where I'm pulling out that one. Okay? And I got all the roots with it. Then you can take that and you can just transplant that right back into another pot or in another separate spot, okay? So you don't have to cut them off. I cut them off because I have a whole bunch of them. Alright, so next, we're going to go on with our pepper plants. So if you look here, my pepper plants are not looking very good. I actually had a couple of caterpillars on my pepper plants this week, and they've been eating up my leaves. So if we look here, we're going to go, the one we're going to save is going to be this one right here. It's stable, it's staying held up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come in here and we're just going to pull these out, just like that. Okay? And we just want to pack in the dirt around this a little bit more to keep it from having any problems. And now these 2 pepper plants, if we want, we can plant them back in our little pots and let them grow some more. Or we can get another big pot like this and plant them in there. It just depends on what you want to do and what you have the soil for. Okay? After that, it's just keep watering and make sure that the fertilizer is taken. But if you look, our plants are looking really good today. Alright, and that's really all there is about planting and transplanting and thinning these out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Watch. So you take this and you just kind of stick it in there. And you just kind of want to push the dirt in around it, okay? Same with this one. So we'll just go back here and we'll just make a little hole, and we'll just slide, make sure that we get our pepper plant right down in there. And we'll just hold it up with some dirt. And there we go. And that's it. So when we go into thinning and we want to look at this, if you notice here, we have these leaves down here at the bottom on all of our plants. So these are what we call first leaves, okay? So now that we've thinned them out and everything, we want to pull these leaves off, okay? They're not going to help anything anymore. They're not going to help it grow. The only reason why these were on there was to help the plant start to grow. So now that the plant has leaves and it's starting to come out, we don't need those anymore, so we can just go on and pull them off, okay? Alright guys, your assignment for this week, I want you to send me 3 questions about things that you want to know about the gardening. And we're going to talk about them next week, okay? Y'all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.